tell you something I wish someone had told me earlier. One small English mistake, just one, cost me a very big opportunity that I had been working so hard to get. And the worst part, I only realized it when it was too late. If you ever said something in English and you thought, was I rude or was I too casual? Then stay with me because this story will save you from that mistake. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining, this is Learn English with Gifty. Today, I'm not just teaching grammar, I'm telling you a story about formal versus informal English, how one wrong choice can change how people see you, and how to avoid that mistake forever. And yes, I will show you simple examples so you don't make that mistake again. But first, let me take you back. A few years ago, I applied for something important. It was a remote opportunity. I really wanted to work in this international company, and I was so excited when I got a call back. They invited me for an interview, and I prepared everything. My outfit, my answers, my confidence, everything you can think of when you're preparing for an interview. But in all of this, I didn't prepare one thing: my English tone. The interviewer was formal, she was warm, and everything. Until she asked me a question, can you tell me briefly about yourself? And I answered, I'm a creative person who likes building stuff, and I think I'll be good for this role. That sounds okay, right? But I don't think my interviewer thought that was an okay answer to give. While she was trying to process that, I made another mistake. They asked me another question. What experience do you have with team collaboration tools? Guess what I said? I said, oh, I usually use whatever is available. It's not a big deal. I thought I sounded relaxed and natural, but I didn't realize something important. I was too relaxed, too casual, too natural. And this does not translate to confidence. No, I was not being professional. I was just casual. And in a professional setting, casual can look careless. After these two mistakes, I noticed a shift in the interviewer's tone. It became less warm and more distant. The rest of the interview felt shorter, more formal, and then it ended. And when it ended, I went home feeling okay. I did the interview. But I didn't get a rejection email at first. It was just silence. Then 2 weeks later, I got the usual rejection email. Sorry, we have decided to move with another candidate, blah 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 blah. And I remember thinking, what did I do wrong? My CV was on point. I had the skills, I had the experience. I was a good fit for that role. So why did they not choose me? But then I didn't understand something very important. English is not just about words. It's about tone, situation, and choice. And I chose the wrong type of English for this situation, which cost me this road that I had been chasing for months. I felt really bad and I felt really hurt, but I learned from my mistake. Let's fix that now so that you won't make the same mistake I made. Here is where most learners get confused. They confuse informal English with formal English. Now, for informal English, you use this only when you're talking to friends, family, in casual conversations, and social media. For example, I'm gonna fix it. That's cool. I don't care much. It sounds natural, relaxed, fast. But for formal English, you use it for interviews, work emails, professional settings, and academic situations. So you don't say, I'm gonna fix it. You don't use gonna. In formal settings, you say, I am going to fix it. Speak in full when speaking formal English. Don't shorten your speech. Instead of saying, that's cool, no, you say, that sounds interesting. And instead of saying, I don't care, no, you say, that's not a major concern for me right now. You see the difference? You use one when talking to friends and family and social media and all this stuff. But you use the second one when you are in an interview, a professional setting, an academic situation, and other formal events. Now, look carefully. The two examples I gave, they both have the same meaning, but they have different deliveries. The delivery is what differentiates the sentence from being formal and informal. Let me show you something important. Informal English, I think it's fine. Formal English, I believe is acceptable. Informal English, I am good at this. Formal English, I have strong experience in this area. Do you see the difference? One sounds casual and the other sounds more professional. Now, let's go back to my story. I wasn't wrong grammatically, but I was wrong socially. My way of speaking had a time and a place. So, I was speaking good at the wrong time. I used informal English in a formal situation. And in professional environments, people judge your communication style, your clarity, and your professionalism, not just your skills. That was my mistake. And I don't want you to make it too. Here is a simple rule you can remember. If the situation feels serious, use formal English. But if the situation feels relaxed, use informal English. But if you are not sure, it's safer to use formal English so you don't get into trouble or you don't cause an awkward situation. Because formal English is always safe. Informal English is not always safe. Now let's practice quickly. I will say informal English and you try to change it to formal English in your mind. Let's go. Number 1, I don't know. Number 2, it's fine. Number 3, I'm busy. Now think, how would you say this in a job interview? How would you say this in an email? Pause this video if you need time. And then write what you thought in the comment section. I also want to hear from you. Have you ever said something in English and later thought, oops, that sounds wrong? Or maybe you used informal English in a serious situation. Tell me in the comments. I read them all, and I might even correct a few examples in the next video. If this video helped you, don't just leave. Subscribe because I post videos here every week, and trust me, you will gain a lot from these videos. Remember, English is not just about speaking, it's about choosing the right words for the right moment. See you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.